what's happening my YouTube friends? Today on the Missouri Sportsman, we're starting a new video series. It's called The Hungry Hunter. So this is going to bring some new light to people that are having a hard time cooking their game meat. So basically I'm going to show you how I clean and prep my wild game after the hunt, and then how we get it into the kitchen and then turn it into a finished meal. Guys, if you love our videos, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out, it keeps me motivated to make more content for you guys to watch. This is going to be a really fun series, guys. I love to cook. So today we're going to make squirrel pot pies. They are really good to eat. My family loves them, and I'm sure your family and friends will love them too as much as we do. Guys, they're simple. You don't have to be a chef or anything like that to make them. And it is an excellent way to cook any wild game meat. They're good with squirrel, rabbit, quail, dove, your waterfowl like duck and goose. They're great with that. You can use it with deer, turkey, and they even turn out good with raccoon. So guys, stay tuned here. I'm going to show you how we cook these babies up. I hope you guys love these recipes and add them to your cookbook. So stay tuned and let's get to work in the kitchen. Max, do you like pot pies? Do you like pot pies? Do you want your pot pie? You do? Okay guys, our squirrels have soaked for 2 days in salt water. They're fairly clean. We still got to do a little more cleaning up on them. We've got some big old fox squirrels in here. Most of these are males, big squirrels. So the best thing to do is go ahead and make something that you're going to slow cook them with to make them tender. But anyway, I'm going to show you what I do. Old Tank broke the back on this one. So every animal you see is going to have a gland under its armpit. And it looks like he's got a little bit of esophagus there. So we'll get that out of there. Okay guys, so this is the gland I'm talking about. This is right underneath its front legs. Every animal is going to have glands. You got to remove these. They will taste nasty. You do not want to eat them, and it's a lot of people that have had gamey meat either has a bunch of hair on it or somebody left the glands in them, and that's going to really make your meat gamey. So you need to pull them out just like that. See that little pea-looking part? You need to get that out of there. See those? Those are glands. We got to remove them. Okay, so do that. Get that out of there real good, and we're going to rinse them off a bit. This is a big old squirrel. This is a huge fox squirrel. We're going to get all this brown stuff, and you'll see it. If you have a squirrel you're cleaning, you're going to see, if you pull his armpits up like this, you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's get them rinsed down. Okay. If there's a bunch of fat on them, you can take a little bit of it off if you'd like. I always try to, and then I try to get any hair off of them if they have them. Anyway, that's what a squirrel's going to look like when it's ready to go in the crock pot. So he's ready to roll. Okay guys, we got the squirrels in the crock pot. I set it for 8 hours on low. It'll pull right off the bone if you do that. Only thing we did was cover them up with water, put some salt in there, and that's all you have to do when making pot pies. You can put onions and celery and stuff in there if you want to give it some more flavor, but you really don't need to. With making squirrel and dumplings, I would put celery and onions in there when I boiled it. But so we can do the crock pot method. You can boil it on the stove for about 2 hours. It'll come right off the bone. And you can also toss them in the Instant Pot. I think it takes like 15 minutes and they'll pull right off the bone. Okay guys, let's get on with it. First thing we got to do is chop up an onion. I cut them up fairly coarse. Peel the skin off it. And then we're going to use an onion, 1 stalk of celery. We're going to use half of a bag of frozen vegetable medley. And then I just use pre-made pie crusts, 2 cans of cream of chicken soup, our squirrel, and some butter and a potato. So first things first, Sorry, my house is a mess. I just got home from work. Cut this dude up just like this. Just chop it up. We don't have to get crazy with it. Just rough cut it. We need to get this going here. I just thought about that. Get this warming up a little bit. We're going to saute these onions just for a little while. Cut them up kind of coarse, otherwise your onions will turn into mush. So I like them kind of coarse chopped. I'm not a pro chef here, so bear with me. I can cut up a deer pretty quick, but I'm not good at cutting up vegetables. Okay, so that's about what we're looking for. Just kind of rough cut, just like that. Same thing with the celery. Chop the ends off and I'll feed them to the chickens. Our chickens gave us 5 eggs today. We only have 5 chickens.
Yep.
And they laid all 5. Luke, you in here?
Yeah.
What's up, buddy? Ready to have some pot pies for dinner?
Yeah.
Good. Papa's coming over.
Okay.
So we're just going to cut this celery up. Kind of rough. I don't cut anything up real fine. So I don't go crazy with it. Just one stalk. It's enough. We've got our squirrel pulled. You guys saw that. Like I said, when you get it out of the crock pot, just go ahead and pull all the meat off the bone. Usually it takes about 2 or 3 squirrels to make pot pie, and depending on how much meat you like in there, I'll probably use about 3 squirrels in this one. So there's that celery. This egg, I dropped one when I was getting my eggs out of the chicken thing, but you're gonna mix up an egg and use a brush and brush that on top of your pie crust. And anyway, that'll help golden up your pie crust for you. Got potato, peel that baby up. Dice it up into cubes. Now, see how the cooking shows, they all have everything laid out and ready. I am not that prepared. Usually when I'm cooking, I'm usually in a hurry. So we're just going to cut a chunk of butter off, a wad of it. Toss that dude in there. Let her melt. Got potato here. We're just going to chunk it up into cubes like this. I guess that's probably the way. There's probably a better way to cut these. Anyway, I just do this. Make it flat. Split that dude down the center like that. And just go ahead and dice it up. We're not making anything perfect or anything. I just chop the stuff up. Get it like that. It's good to go. Turn that heat down a little bit, Bubba. Turn it down low. Okay. My wife loves it when I make a big old mess in the kitchen. I'll clean it up, don't worry. What's up, buddy?
Hi.
You want to do some cutting?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to finish cutting up this potato for me?
Sure.
Okay.
Get my knife.
Grab you a knife. Okay, well, Luke will finish that up. Grab the chicken's scrap bowl. Be careful.
Okay. How are we going to cut this
Just cut it up into little chunks, dude. Cool. I thought you said you didn't want to help me. Well, Luke has to bust out his pocket knife.
Couldn't find one.
Okay, so we got our butter melted. Everything's looking pretty good. Toss our onions in there. I'll start tossing everything in. How's she going, Bubba?
Good.
Yep, just keep on chopping it. Okay, so we got that. We're just kind of softening all that stuff up just a little bit. These are the pie crusts we're using. I don't know, Christina, my wife, buys them, so sometimes they're in a red box, sometimes they're in a blue box. I think these are actually from Aldi, I'm not sure. But these want pre-made pie crusts, and what you do you have to set them out and let them defrost, before you can make your pot pie. This recipe was my mom's recipe. She passed away a couple years ago, but anyway, she knows I don't know how to cook very good, and she made this up for me for all my game that I kill. I'm always looking for new ways to cook stuff, so she made that up for me, and it turned out pretty doggone good. So thank you, Mama. Love you. Miss you. Okay, so we're just letting these dudes do their thing in here. Okay, guys, I let this stuff kind of cook down a little bit. Go ahead and toss about half a bag of this medley in there. Okie. Stir that in. That's what we're looking for. Give it a little color. All that stuff start working together. Alright guys, the directions say to, I don't read the directions. Best thing to do with directions is toss them dudes in the trash. Where'd you get that soda at, mister? Okay guys, now it's time to add our chicken soup in there. We're going to go ahead and fire 2 cans of that stuff in there. Okay, Luke, I'm going to show you how to do one, and you can do the next. Just take your spoon, and just drop her in there. Just like that.
Okay. You could tell me that, you didn't have to show me it.
What?
You could tell me that, you didn't have to show me.
You could tell somebody 10 times, or you could show them once, bro. Here you go. So now you know.
You tell one time. You show me both.
Looking good. I like that shirt. Okay, so what we're trying to do now is just warm this up a little bit. Okay guys, now we're going to add some squirrel. I just throw a couple handfuls in. That's what I like to do, and then we'll vacuum seal the rest of the stuff later. So that's about right. A little more. Papa likes a lot of meat in his pot pies. Okay, so you get that in there.
Me too, Dad.
You do too? Me too.
Oh, yeah.
Keep them vegetables. I don't want that. We just put that in there for filler. Okay, so we got this mixing, heating up. Everything's looking right.
I'll roll it out, Dad.
You will?
Yeah.
Okay.
Us to do another hunting video with me inside of it.
You're gonna be in one?
Yeah.
No way.
I'm gonna bring a shotgun.
No, you're gonna bring your 22.
Next year I'll bring my
Next
shotgun.
year you bring your shotgun. I screwed up, guys, and bought him a little miniature 410 that I thought was super cool, and it ends up the thing is so light it kicks like a borrowed mule, doesn't it?
Oh.
How hard does that thing kick, Luke?
Kicked like a mule, just kicked me in the back.
So anyway, that was my bad on that. We'll do a video on that gun. What do you think? Show everybody what it is,
I'll shoot it.
and maybe save a kid some heartache if somebody's dad buys it for them and they can't shoot it because it kicks too hard like I did. So what we want to do at this point in the game is shut her down, and we're just going to toss it in the freezer, let it cool down a little bit. Otherwise, if you leave it hot like this and dump it in your pie crust, it'll make your pie bottom soggy. Yeah. Pie crust defrosted. Yeah. What do we do with them now?
Roll them out.
Roll them out. Excellent. Okay, that's good. That's good.
After this, we get flatter.
Yep.
Get a roller.
Is it defrosted all the way?
Yeah.
Okay. You are a fine little chef. Give me some skin, bro. Thank you. Now what do we need?
Roll it.
No, you don't need to roll it. Now, Mom has her... There it is. Okay. Sorry for the noise, guys. Okie dokie. So what we're going to do now...
We're going to put those pie crusts. You only need one.
Yep. Put one in there.
Make it 2 pies, right?
We're just making 1 pie today.
What's that other one?
Because that'll go on the top. Okay, so what we want to do, make sure that this goes all the way up to the edge, like this. Look, no, not like that. Look, let me show you. Watch. So you want to push it all the way down to the bottom, like this. See? Look. Just use your hands. And then push it all the way in the corners real good. Okay? Now,
we gotta go get our squirrel dumpling.
We gotta go get our filling for it.
I'll get it.
You wanna get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, you are an excellent helper. Maxie, what's up, buddy? Hi, bud. Are you a good boy? Sit. Always very precious. Shake. Oh, good boy. Do you like squirrel and squirrel Popeyes? Oh, you feel like you need a treat. Well, you lucked out, buddy, because I haven't vacuum sealed the extra yet. Sit. Good. Speak. Is Daddy good? Is Daddy good cook? Is Daddy good cook? Oh, okay, good. Very good boy. A little bit of bribery goes a long way, folks. Right, Max. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna roll this in here. Hopefully we didn't make too much. I've done that before.
We'll save some for another time.
Ooh, I think we got it just right. The last time we made it, worked out perfect, but I have had times where there's extra. Then the chickens get hooked up. Okay, dump her in.
Well, we didn't have chickens.
Dump her in, then we're just gonna kind of press it out. You wanna do that? We're gonna flatten it out all the way to the edges. That spatula, I don't know where Mom bought that thing, but it is a junker. Doing a good job, buddy. And then since Will didn't help us, what's he get to do?
He gets to do nothing.
He's gonna get to do all the dishes. Okay, now flatten her out. Here, I'll help you. This thing's not very good. Okay, so we just want to kind of spread this out, flatten it, and then make sure it goes to the edges. Pretty good. Okay, Luke, do your thing, bro. Yep, perfect. You got it. Okay, so now what we want to do.
Put it down.
Yep, and then you want to make sure, look, let me show you something. This is very important. Anytime you're making any type of pie, so what you want to do, this is the most important part. You want to press the inside edge against the other pie crust, see? This is super important. And the reason why, if you don't do that, it'll boil over. All the interior, all the filling will boil out on top of, over the sides. And then what you do with this is...
You just pat it down.
Yep, pat her down. Beautiful. Now, take your eggs. We use farm fresh eggs. Which chicken laid this egg, you think?
Oh, can I do this, Dad?
Yep. Okay, so we just want to brush some egg on there.
Okay. We use farm fresh eggs fresh from chickens.
Yep. We're making pot pie. You're on camera, Dad. Oh, I know. How you doing? Good. Okay, so Luke, why are we putting that egg on that pie crust?
Make it golden.
It makes it golden and it makes it shine a little bit.
We're gonna make.
Okay, so you got that done, and then
We're gonna put a little bit extra.
You're gonna put a little extra. That's fine. Do as much as that's pretty good. Now, see, like where it's real thick, you just want to kind of do that. That looks beautiful. Okay, so what we want to do now, this is the final. Okay, we're setting the old oven for 375. That's good. Okay, so we don't want too much on there. Okay, then what we want to do, the final touch to this, is you want to cut some slits in there. That's going to keep it from blowing up on you. Right?
Will it connect together?
Huh?
Will it connect together?
That's all you want to do right there.
Will it connect back?
No. The only thing that's going to do is as this heats up, it's going to create steam in there.
Oh, and then it's going to puff up?
Well, if you didn't do that, it would swell up like that. So if you slit it, it lets the steam escape and it keeps your pie flat. Right, Pawpaw?
Yeah, you always put slits in a pie and you seal like that.
Yep, I'm cooking the recipe that you and Mom gave me, that pot pie recipe.
Yeah, that's a good recipe.
Yeah.
No,
So anyway,
I think I would like it to puff up.
what would be really cool is if we turn this into a rifle scope. That'll probably mess it up. That'd be super cool. Make that into like a reticle on a rifle scope.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we got the oven rolling. Luke, you want to slide her in? Or you want Dad to do it? Can you do it? I'll help you. You get that side, I'll get this side.
It's hot. I want you to do it.
Okay, toss that dude in there. Okay, there she goes. Put it in there. And what time is it? 5:29. So we'll see you guys in a bit.
Let's go show them our guns.
Okay. What do we do with our leftover meat after we
vacuum seal it.
vacuum seal it? Is that the best way to keep it?
Yeah.
All right. How do you operate this puppy?
So?
Pull it out.
Yep.
Set her down like this. Now these things are awesome. If you're a sportsman, gotta have a vacuum sealer.
Open this bad boy up.
Yep. Let her seal up real quick. And then this is the best way to keep meat, guys. It'll keep it from getting freezer burnt on you. And I highly recommend getting one.
Done.
Okay, so it's done. Don't take long to do, and it keeps meat good for a long time. So we just buy the rolls. It's cheaper, and you can buy bags and stuff. They're real expensive. You want to hold that open for me, Bubba?
Yeah. Pull that right open. Pour
Okay.
our leftover meat in there.
Yep. We didn't use it all. We should have made 2 pot pies. That's what we should have did while we were making it. But, oh well, we'll make some more next week.
And seal the other part after we're done doing this.
What?
Seal the other part.
Seal it up? Yep. What is it? How does that work? How does a vacuum sealer operate? What does it do?
So you seal up the first part, then after that you put it in the way that you want to seal it on, and then you just do the same thing.
So what Luke's trying to say is, you want to put it like this. Oh. Hang on a sec. So how do you do it?
Put that
Line.
in.
Yep.
Shut that thing.
Flip the lever. Oh. So you want to make sure it's lined up on the green part. Flip the lever down, then you hit vacuum.
Seal.
Vacuum.
Oh.
Yep. Flatten her out so it doesn't take up as much space in the freezer. Look at that. That's the way to roll. Our other vacuum sealer I had for about 12 years, I guess. It finally burnt out on us.
This is nice and hard.
Yeah. Thing's sweet, dude.
Now we hit.
Let it go. It's got it. Now look. There, it was vacuuming. Now it's sealing. Yep. That's nice. And
Why is it so hard?
so the reason why these are so cool is it takes all the air out. Air is what lets stuff go bad on you. So we'll hit seal again because it had some moisture.
Yeah, what?
No, I don't need to. We just got this one. This one's way nicer than our old one. It sealed it up even though it had moisture in it. But anyway, look how flat that is, guys. That fits
hard.
nice in your fridge. That's how we store any type of fish and stuff like that.
Why is it so hard, Dad?
Huh?
Why is it so hard?
Because it compacts it. Takes all the oxygen out of there.
Wait, does oxygen make stuff like not hard?
What?
Does oxygen not make it hard, Dad?
Pulled squirrel meat. Okay, cool. So that's how we like to save it. Stuff like this. We got a leftover egg here. So what I'll do with that, most people will just dump that thing out. You just whip that puppy up a little bit, like a scrambled egg.
And then?
Throw it in the microwave for 20 seconds.
Then we can eat
Maybe
it.
25 seconds. Give that to your dog.
Dad, you tell us.
Okay, so now,
Now we're going to feed that.
save
to
that,
the
give
dog.
that to old Max. Come here, Maxer. But anyway,
That's your treat.
that's what we do just so we don't waste a bunch of food.
That's your treat.
And makes your dog's coat pretty, from what they say. I don't know if that's true. Good boy, Max. You deserve your treats. Okay, here we go. Check her out. Willis, this might be the squirrel you got, your first shotgun squirrel.
Yep.
You never know. There's probably a piece of it in there. It could be the whole thing. Let's check her out. What do you think, boys?
I'm smoking.
How's that look to you?
Smoking.
I think she's looking pretty good. Let that baby cool down for a little while. So you want to let it cool down for 10 minutes before you cut it. Let it set up a little bit. Let's cut this baby open, guys. See how she looks. So, okay, let's see if we can get it out of there now.
It looks like a trowel.
Yeah, use that to lay some brick. I'm sure I'll mess this up since it's on camera. Alright guys, that's what she looks like.
Yeah.
That is some comfort food and a half right there. Here, I'm going to give you a bigger piece. Give that to the kids.
No, this is fine. This is fine.
Hey, Will and Luke, you guys ready to eat? Guys, on a snowy day, don't get no better than this. Anyway, that's what it looks like when it's done. That's what we're looking for. It ended up taking dang near an hour on this. It's different every time I make it, seems like. But this time it took dang near an hour for it to get brown up. I only had it on 375, and I didn't have my oven preheated. So, might want to preheat your oven. Probably, I'd start checking it at about 40 minutes.
Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. We thank you for this meal. We ask that you bless all who prepared it and bought it. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Yep, and Lord, please help Will with his shooting, because he needs it.
I am.
And please help Luke quit eating before dinner time. Amen.
That's hot.
Is it good?
Yep.
I think Pawpaw likes his.